Having trouble sprucing up your streams? Need a new interface? Maybe a VTuber avatar? Some assets? Maybe an icon? Well, do I have a deal for you? Down in that lovely old description box, you will find a link to my Discord, where you can get in touch with many of plentiful artists and graphic designers who can help you get what you want and when you need it. All in the art room, a special chat where you can connect with many artists and get what you need in record time for phenomenal prices. As well as a link to my Patreon. I don't know if you knew this, but I'm making a webcomic with the assistance of one Rockchella from Twitter. Now, there's no real need to join the Patreon, it's just there to secure funding for both that and my YouTube channel, but it does come with some extra perks. For a bare minimum of $3.50 a month, you can cameo in the comic itself, and all the following tiers just add on to the benefits, like getting your own miniseries, or even getting a starring or supporting role in the canon story itself. All this and more can be found in that description box below. So what are you waiting for? Sign up now and become a member, or join the Discord, find yourself an artist, or just talk to crap with the rest of the community. Without further ado, let's begin with the video.
Come on, motherfucker! Come on, motherfuckers, come on! Come on, motherfuckers, come on! Yeah! Come on, motherfuckers, come on! Come on, motherfuckers, come on! Da circus, da Afro circus, Afro circus, Afro polka dot, Afro.
Look, I get the anime is different from the games where you're not just sitting there like an asshole and taking it, and it helps to have a ranged attack, but why Leaf Storm? Meowscarada already knows a powerful move called Flower Trick that teleports a literal flower grenade onto the opponent. Why don't you try using that? It crits every time. You know, I was contemplating whether to send the fact he didn't tell Meowscarada to dodge, but is that legal? To deafen the field so that the opponent can't issue orders? I mean, that almost happened in Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, it did happen in Yu-Gi-Oh!, but is that allowed in Pokemon? I don't know. Doesn't get anything right now.
If I were you, I don't know if I'd be sending out Meowscarada anymore. Huh? I tried to avoid sending out a Pokemon who was lost before. It would show my hand.
Look, I'm one to believe that any Pokemon can beat any other Pokemon, but you sent out a grass type against a flying type. I mean, what more can be said? You were at a disadvantage from the start. Tell me, does Meowscarada's voice actor sound familiar to any of you? You don't hear it? Let me play that clip again, but with a new clip. See if you recognize it. Another example of a trainer who has a bad relationship with a... Okay, Internet. Yes, I can see you. I can hear you. I see what you're doing. You're zooming in because you're hungry for cake. It's bad enough that Digital Circus, their star player, you just had to make a gesture cake out of her. And wonder if there's cream filling. If you hadn't already done that yourself. You can't just wait a week? Really? You are that starved for female interaction that you fantasize about cake and eating it. And this cake you're looking at right now. Are you that fascinated by the smell of weed? Are you? Well, it's disgusting, pandering, and all around pandemonious. I'd appreciate it if you stopped. God, when I release the comic, it's going to be a nightmare. What was I talking about again? Fuck it. Ding, ding, ding. Iono is not voiced by a Sarah Windenhef. Siono is not voiced by Sarah Windenhef. Iono does not sound like Power from Chainsaw Man or Toru from Dragon Maid. Why did this not happen? It fits so well. What was the reason?
You hurried to evolve your Sprigatito into Meowscarada before anyone else.
EVs don't have anything to do with anime Pokemon battles, do they? Like, that's not a thing in the world? Besides, it wouldn't matter if he evolved it all the way if he just sends it out against a flying type.
That's its fault! I'm not using Meowscarada next time! I'll find myself another secret weapon! I'm through with Meow... Oh...
You know, it's really hard to feel bad for someone when you don't know the context of a full battle. Unless it was 101, in that case it is your fault, because you sent out Meowscarada against someone who clearly has higher speed stat and is a stronger type. But how is this Meowscarada's fault? For all we know, you sent against Pokemon that were all deliberately weak against Nemona. Like, she sounds out a water type, you send out a rock type. Oh my god. Oh my god. Zero it out! Now! Alright, we see you have a Garganacl, and since we don't know what happened in your last battle, why didn't you use that against the flying type? Oh, so he does know how type matchups work. Well then what the hell was that last shit? Meowscarada against a lightning albatross. How does that happen? This is the problem with not showing the full battle. We had no idea if Meowscarada was his last Pokemon or not. Or maybe he doesn't, because when Paldean Tauros comes out, he doesn't immediately switch out Garganacl. Wait a minute. Tauros can only learn Thunder, Thunderbolt, and Wild Charge. Wild Charge is obvious, but only Wild Charge can be learned by all the breeds. And this doesn't look like it's physical contact, so that's an illegal move. Nemona cheated.
Nemona still has so many Pokemon!
And by that you mean 3 Pokemon. A 1-on-3 isn't impossible. Alicus takes like near half a minute contemplating a piece of candy, and surprisingly, no one's yelling at him to get on with it yet.
What? Hey, what's wrong?
I love the implication that Meowscarada did that just to have a dramatic entrance. Like, he or she went to the fuse box, tied a thing around it with a candle, and just for this dramatic setup. Oh my god, you are doing this again. Really? It's bad enough you can't keep your hands off of any fictional woman these days, but... Can't you just make some weed brownies? Buy some weed brownies? I mean, why do you crave weed cake that much? Is it because there's a vague recollection with the Dark Magician Girl? Because you grew up with Yu-Gi-Oh! As kids? Stop it! It's obscene! Remember when I put the Kirby transformation music over the terrestrialization from the trailer? Yeah, I'm gonna do that again here, see how it looks. Four Kids made a lot of dumb, stupid edits, but when it came to music, they knew what they were doing.
Meowscarada! Use Dark Pulse! And now, use Acrobatics!
So Leaf Storm, Dark Pulse, Acrobatics, not a bad choice, and Flower Trick. So that's 2 ranged attacks, plus Flower Trick, which technically is ranged, and Acrobatics, which... Okay, you're covering for the fighting weakness, but it just seems odd that you have 2 grass moves when you could have just swapped it out for another move that might help you against, like, say, flying types. If a Meowscarada can, for whatever reason, learn Chilling Water, then you can teach your Meowscarada Power Gem.
Meowscarada toughed it out so you wouldn't feel sad!
Oh, shut up. His Meowscarada knows Leaf Storm. That means it's at least level 64. And from what I've seen, Nemona's Tauros is weaker than what Meowscarada is. Because Meowscarada learns it at 64 Leaf Storm, and the Paldean Tauros learns Close Combat at 60. So even if they were like dead even in level, I very much doubt Close Combat would kill off a Meowscarada that powerful.
Smoke weed every day.